Because I saw these amazing things that you could do with the new Google Gemini Omni, I was able to generate this complete video with animation, transitions, sound effects, background music, a script, a voiceover. It's just 10 seconds. Listen and look at this again.
Missed the sun? Well, it just quit. Hope you enjoy the sudden freeze. And plants? Yeah, they're done. We are officially drifting alone.
That is mind-blowing. I decided to make things even more interesting by using Claude to quickly generate the best video idea as well as the video prompts, and then to plug it over into this new Gemini Omni, where it says you can create anything from everything. And as you can see here, you can create videos with Gemini Omni, create from anything, put yourself into any scene, refine with Gemini. That is if you want to make any changes. But I'm going to try to do this with one prompt. But since I'm going to be posting this video that I'm going to create in record time on a fairly new channel, I think the best approach is to pick a topic that has really good search volume as well as low competition. And I found this by simply searching for what if. And I saw here, what if the sun disappeared for 24 hours? Which is something I'm genuinely curious about, and it seems as though over 15,000 people are curious about it, as well as this other 300% of this 15,000. So I decided to click that, and this is the video that I'm going to make. So next, I'll just copy this title, head over to Claude, and I'm going to tell it this. Hi Claude, I want to create a really impressive and captivating YouTube short using Google's Gemini Omni new video tool. So what I need you to do is create a really good prompt that I can simply plug into the tool based on the following title. And that title is What If the Sun Disappeared for 24 Hours? And let me paste that title right there. Also, let me add into this prompt. This is for a 20-second YouTube short, so be sure to have those specifics in the prompt. Also make sure the very beginning, the hook, is the most impactful. Maybe it shows exactly what happened or the worst thing that could happen during those 24 hours. Make this sarcastic, entertaining, as well as visually amazing since you are this new mind-blowing tool. I also want to make sure that it keeps the different sound effects throughout. So ensure the appropriate sound effects exist throughout the YouTube short, as well as the most suitable engaging background music. Remember, this should be fast-paced because it's a short YouTube short. Also generate a really short script for this video, and be sure to remind it that this script should be fully aligned with the visuals throughout. Okay, let's see what Claude comes up with for this. Hit go or create or whatever that button is. Claude is really fast. Here's your full production ready package. Let's see what it came up with. The master prompt. Paste this in. I just want one prompt. Scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, camera style, everything is inside of here. You know what? While this is a very detailed prompt, I want Claude to keep this simple. So I'll tell it, update this prompt, make it much shorter, and instead for asking for several scenes, just let this prompt be about generating this one video, explaining the scene, the style of graphics, the type of sound effects, and that's it. This needs to be tailored for Google Gemini Omni. And hit submit. Okay, this is much better. So I'll copy this and head over to Google Gemini Omni. Hit try it, describe your video. I could type words now, but I prefer just to copy and paste, especially since Claude did all of that work. Make sure this is set to portrait and then hit submit. Getting ready for my mind to be blown. I'm hoping it's taking a few minutes because it's going to be a really amazing video that gets a lot of views. And now from this final revised prompt, this prompt that says basically to create a 20-second virtual YouTube short. What if the sun disappeared for 24 hours? I didn't say much of the script in this tweaked version because I actually wasn't sure if it was actually going to come up with a script. But here is a video that was generated.
Missed the sun? Well, it just quit. Hope you enjoy the sudden freeze. And plants? Yeah, they're done. We are officially drifting alone.
That is mind-blowing. And that is just from 7 or 8 lines of this prompt. I was able to generate this complete video with animation, transitions, sound effects, background music, a script, a voiceover. It's just 10 seconds. Listen and look at this again, keeping all of that in mind.
Missed the sun? Well, it just quit. Hope you enjoy the sudden freeze. And plants? Yeah, they're done. We are officially drifting alone.
Wow. Now going forward, what I'm going to do is I am going to explore how I can possibly create those prompts right here in Gemini maybe make a few of these videos and stitch them together in CapCut. Or maybe taking this even further by creating about 5 or 6 different scenes, 5 or 6 different videos, those prompts for a long form video in landscape, generating them here in Gemini Omni, and then stitching those together in CapCut. This introduces the possibility of making a full video, a full long form video in literally minutes. Now, while that is record breaking, let's say you don't use Google Gemini or not really interested in using it. I don't see why you won't after seeing that. But in case you weren't and you're looking for a different niche and using a different tool that is free, then check this video that was generated in seconds.